everyone. Thank you for coming to today's relaunch of Haven for Humanity. Before we start, I would first like to introduce to you Mayor Donahue. He will make the opening remarks and then we will begin.
Welcome to the relaunch for Haven for Humanity. Some of you may have been here before. This is one of the events that I look to most each year. It's a chance to meet with and honor some of the most extraordinary people in the world and the work that they do, which is an example to us all. First off, it's a pleasure and an honor to attend the relaunch of Haven for Humanity with a new team that is deeply committed to the mission of combating the very serious problem of human trafficking. I would like to express my most sincere thanks and gratitude to Mr. Nick Rogacki, President of the Board. Stand up, Nick. For the excellent organization and warm hospitality he extended to us all. Next, I would like to express my gratitude to the management team, Ms. Nikisha Duncan, CEO, Ms. Wiwi Oi, did I get that right? Sorry. And Ms. Sherry Cha. And the rest of the Haven for Humanity staff and supporters for hosting this event. Therefore, I'm delighted to speak to you in my capacity as Mayor of Barcelona. The purpose of this relaunch is to raise awareness to the very serious nature of human trafficking and forced labor, and to celebrate the partnership to reaffirm the commitment between the city of Barcelona and the Haven for Humanity. We're all aware of the evils associated with human trafficking. Barcelona is a transit country for men, women, and children who are subjected to as trafficked persons and are forced into prostitution and labor. Each year, more than 40,000 individuals are trafficked here to Barcelona. Victims originate from Eastern Europe, Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and East Asia. There are reports that these victims are being subjected to forced labor in the domestic services, agriculture, construction, and tourism sectors. Based on our reports and the expertise of our government officials, those engaged in prostitution were coerced by a network of organized crime syndicates. Human trafficking is a concern that we take very seriously in Barcelona. We must continue our joint efforts to strengthen our shared responsibility. The City of Barcelona pledges the support of its law enforcement officials and its judicial members to defeat this common enemy. The city will investigate and prosecute these perpetrators to the fullest extent of the law. We will not cease until we eradicate human trafficking from this great city of ours. It is for these reasons that the city has the distinct honor of working with Haven for Humanity and their noble work of providing comprehensive rehabilitation to trafficked individuals. Haven for Humanity has done a magnificent job of providing sufficient physical and emotional care and educational opportunities for victims so that they may retake control of their lives. Haven for Humanity is one of the few organizations that is capable of meeting their specific needs. The priorities that the city has set are closely linked with Haven for Humanity's key objectives and reflect the urgent issues concerning the future cooperation between the city and the organization. We are more dedicated than ever to addressing human trafficking and forced labor in Barcelona. Our previous donation of 150,000 euros demonstrates our commitment to the issue. Therefore, it is a great honor that I would like to reaffirm the City of Barcelona partnership with Haven for Humanity. I'm very pleased with the past accomplishments and current efforts. I have no doubt that Haven for Humanity will continue their noble and effective work. However, there remains more work to do as we continue to face the urgent challenge. May our relationship continue to grow so that we may benefit those individuals who need our assistance most. Thank you.
Welcome everybody to the commitment of Haven for Humanity. I'm Nick Rogacki. I'll be the new president of the board for this year, taking over for John Power, who ran this wonderful organization in the previous year. Last year, a number of devoted and like-minded individuals from across the globe came together to form Haven for Humanity. And on November 15th of last year, the employees, shareholders, and board of Haven for Humanity committed themselves to standing up for the victims of human trafficking. From that day forward, Haven for Humanity provided a voice for the voiceless and a hand to those in need. By providing resources and education to the men, women, and children displaced by trafficking, Haven for Humanity not only struck a blow to human trafficking in Spain, but also human trafficking around the world. Today, I am proud to say that we are here to recommit ourselves to the trafficked victims of Barcelona and to continue our fight against traffickers who prey upon their fellow man. Haven for Humanity has retooled and redefined its vision, and I am confident to say that our new team will continue to aid the many of the 50,000 annual victims of human trafficking that are deposited in Barcelona each and every year. Central to our efforts is Nikisha Duncan, who has been chosen by the board of the directors to succeed Ben Patterson as the new CEO of Haven for Humanity. Ms. Duncan is a dedicated, driven, and fiercely intelligent woman who has earned the trust of her peers and the board alike. And it is my pleasure to turn these proceedings over to her for a more nuanced explanation of Haven for Humanity's new vision and mission. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Nikisha.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rogacki. And also, I'd like to thank the mayor for being present today. We really appreciate your presence here. This is indeed an important occasion, and I would like to thank the board, the members of the community who support us, and you, the members of the public, for being present today at the relaunch of our organization, Haven for Humanity. The task at hand is indeed a demanding one. The number of those whom we seek to protect and assist great, while those who are dedicated to make a change quite few. We here at the Haven for Humanity number amongst this willing few. But there are no complaints. There is no despair and definitely no fear. And today, in our relaunch, we aim to show this very fact. Amidst the turbulent atmosphere of crime, oppression, pain, corruption, and injustice entailed in human trafficking around the world, and specifically here in Barcelona, we at the Haven have decided to remain resilient and forge through the darkness and the mire to reach out to victims, bring them closer to the brightness and stability of a life which every human rightly deserves. This relaunch aims to distinguish our new mission and vision, which is first and foremost victim-focused, with the oversight of our most able board, the guidance of our dedicated management team, and the unrelenting work of our operations and communications teams. The Haven for Humanity will embark on a stringent and rigid course set towards engaging victims of human trafficking in regaining their livelihoods and independence. We are dedicated to being by their sides each step of the way until their full self-determination is achieved, ever ready to provide them with links to the resources and assistance they may need through our established network of partner institutions to reach their personal goals. With that said, I would like to formally introduce the additional members of the management team, whom I will be collaborating with throughout my tenure here as CEO. We have Ms. Sherry Chia, our Chief Information Officer, who will work with our communications team to ensure full transparency and provide timely information about our activities to the public, our board, and our stakeholders. We also have Ms. Wiwi Oi, our Chief Financial Officer, who will be working assiduously to ensure that our business plan flows smoothly, and who will be working to maintain connections between the Haven and our donors. I thank the community for its support today and look forward to collaborating with you as we seek to fulfill our mandate as the Haven for victims who are in dire need. I invite you all to join us here at the Haven in taking a stance against the injustice dealt out to these victims as we move closer towards complete eradication of this heinous act of human trafficking.